Finger of the world in astrology, rare chart pattern, TheAstroKing. Finger of the world. The finger of the world, sometimes studied alongside the boomerang yod or finger of God variations, is a rare, specialized aspect pattern in modern Western astrology. Built primarily from 150 degrees quincunx aspects linked across a focal axis, it creates a high-pressure, pointing geometry in the birth chart, while harmonious patterns like trines indicate innate ease. The finger of the world acts as a relentless compass, forcing continual personal adjustments until the chart holder aligns with a singular, conscious life direction. What is the finger of the world? The finger of the world is an advanced interpretive configuration rather than a classical, Hellenistic or medieval aspect pattern. In modern astrological geometry, it refers to a configuration where two base planets form 150 degrees quincunx aspects to a shared focal apex planet, while a fourth point or opposition aspect creates an anchored focal axis dia CTLY across from that apex. Because the quincunx connects signs that share neither the same element nor the same modality, polarity, the pattern represents energies that do not naturally understand each other. This obliges the individual to make constant behavioral adjustments throughout life. Why the finger of the world matters. Astrologers regard this pattern as an indicator of specialized talent unlocked through persistence. The quincunx aspects introduce subtle internal friction, restlessness, and a feeling that something needs tweaking. When an opposition is involved across the apex axis, it translates this internal restlessness into external real-world encounters. Instead of passive tension, the chart holder experiences real-life turning points that force them to master the apex planets' energy, aspect geometry and key components. To identify a finger of the world configuration in a natal chart, astrologers look for three fundamental geometric elements. Dual quincunxes, 150 degrees. Two planets throwing 150 degrees aspects toward a single focal apex, demanding constant adaptation and integration. Polar opposition, 180 degrees. An aspect directly opposing the focal point, bringing external awareness, relationship dynamics, and objective clarity. Focal apex planet, the pointing finger, planet that acts as the primary release outlet for the entire pattern's concentrated energy. Strengths and potential challenges. The greatest strength of this configuration is extraordinary focus, specialization, and crisis resolution. People with this pattern often develop exceptional expertise because they are compelled to work through complex internal puzzles. The chief challenge is hyperfixation or feeling continually off balance. Because quincunxes require ongoing recalibration, the individual may struggle with perfectionism, anxiety, or feeling driven by an inexplicable sense of duty. Finger of the world versus traditional yod. While both configurations utilize 150 degrees quincunx aspects pointing at an apex planet, their base structures create distinctly different psychological dynamics. Traditional yod, finger of fate, features a 60 degrees sextile base between the two base planets. The base planets work together cooperatively to funnel opportunity toward the apex. Finger of the world, boomerang yod, features an active 180 degrees opposition axis bisecting or anchoring the configuration. This introduces direct external conflict and objective awareness, making the pattern far more active and outward focused than a standard yod. Example: step-by-step aspect geometry. Consider a birth chart with exact planetary placements at 0 degrees. Base planet 1, Mars at 0 degrees Aries. Base planet 2, Venus at 0 degrees Taurus, forming a 30 degrees semi-sextile base. Apex planet, Pluto at 0 degrees Scorpio, forming exact 150 degrees quincunxes to both Mars at 0 degrees Aries and Venus at 0 degrees Taurus. Opposition anchor, midheaven or moon at 0 degrees Taurus, Taurus-Scorpio axis, forming a 180 degrees opposition across the central line. Interpretation: Mars in Aries drives action, while Venus in Taurus seeks security. Both funnel intense transformational pressure toward apex Pluto in Scorpio. The individual is repeatedly challenged to balance impulsive desires with strategic restraint, ultimately transforming personal friction into formidable power and leadership.